The phone vibrated at 11:07 p.m. Soft, almost polite. Nothing alarming until I saw the name. My son. One sentence, no punctuation, no pause. Dad, stepdad and his biker friends are here. They're threatening Mom. They say you're in another state and can't help. My pulse didn't spike. It slowed, dropped into something colder, sharper. Then the voice note played. Men laughing, not loud, worse, that casual laughter men use when fear amuses them, when power feels like a game. Beneath it, my son's breathing controlled, uneven. He learned that from me. I taught him to hide emotion when it could get him hurt. I never imagined he'd need that lesson here. A memory flashed, my ex-wife smiling in court, insisting everything was peaceful. Her new husband behind her, hand on her shoulder, eyes gentle, too gentle, the kind of softness that hides rot. I inhaled once. Hide, I texted my son. I didn't think, I moved. I called men who didn't ask why, only how fast. I wasn't angry, anger is sloppy, I was something else entirely. The drive was 40 minutes, I promised 15, I kept my word. Because the truth was, I wasn't in another state, I hadn't been for months, she never bothered to know. I moved back quietly after the divorce after the first cracks appeared, a motel charge, a late night text deleted too slowly, a shift in her voice when she said she needed space. I wanted to believe her, wanted to believe the woman I built a life with wasn't building another without me. But betrayal has a smell, sweet, metallic, familiar, and I smelled it every time she mentioned him. The stepfather, the easy smile, the rehearsed backstory. I ignored the signs, I ignored myself. Now my son was hiding in a house full of men who believed her lies, that I'd left, that I'd disappeared, that I wasn't a threat. Her betrayal wasn't just the affair. It was erasing me from my own family. On the drive, fragments surfaced, missing documents during custody review, her sudden concern about stressing our son, the way she avoided eye contact when his stepfather called. I dug quietly, phone records, cloud access she forgot to revoke, emails buried where she thought I'd never look. There was a pattern, a timeline, a story beneath the story. He wasn't new, he was there before the marriage ended, before the tears, before she said she didn't know how to love me anymore. The marriage died long before the papers. I was just the last to read the obituary. I ran tests, not for paternity, but for truth. Medical forms with mismatched details, blood types that didn't line up, then the message from a blocked number. Ask her who really put those bruises on her last year. I didn't confront her. I collected truth the way a surgeon collects tissue, precise, unemotional, inevitable. When it all clicked, I didn't feel rage. I felt clarity. We arrived before 15 minutes. My team moved through the neighborhood like weather, silent, unavoidable. I slipped around back. No shouting, no threats, just quiet, surgical quiet. I found my son in the laundry room, knees tucked, eyes alert. He didn't cry, he just exhaled like he'd been holding his breath for years. Stay here, I whispered. In the living room, the men stiffened, not because I was loud, I wasn't, it was the way I looked at them. The stepfather went pale. You're supposed to be in Nevada. I handed him the folder. Every lie, every document, every report tying him to the bruises she blamed on the gym, every attempt to erase me and replace me. His hands shook as he opened it. My ex-wife walked in just as the truth landed, her face cracked, not with guilt, but fear, the kind that comes when a lie runs out of places to hide. I didn't touch anyone, I didn't raise my voice. You involved my son. The room froze. The biker friends backed away, suddenly aware they'd wandered into something far above their pay grade. I looked at her. Everything you hid, I found. Everything you broke, I rebuilt. Everything you tried to replace, I reclaimed. She tried to cry, tried to explain. It didn't matter. I wasn't there for her. I was there for the boy breathing quietly in the laundry room, the only person in that house who never lied to me. You will never see him again. I didn't threaten anything, I didn't have to. The truth did the damage. I took my son home, he asked nothing. Children know the shape of truth long before adults admit it. I watched him fall asleep on the couch, his body finally releasing the fear it carried. For the first time in years, the house felt like mine again. Not because she was gone, but because the illusions were. I didn't lose a family. I lost a lie. And when lies die, the world becomes sharp and honest. I prefer it that way. Final line. In the end, I didn't get revenge. I got clarity, and that hurts far more to those who fear it.